Welcome into WagerTalk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Brian Leonard of WagerTalk.com and Teddy Covers from SportsMemo.com. Guys, we're talking Pac-12 football here. Rivalry in Los Angeles, 3:30 Eastern kick here on ABC. We got UCLA versus USC. We're seeing the Trojans minus 14 in the Coliseum, 63 being the total. Brian, go to you first. You interested in this battle for LA?
It's actually the last game of the season for USC, right? Last game of the season for USC, the Trojans?
They're hoping it isn't.
Well, I mean, the last regular season game. So I think that gives them a little bit extra emphasis here, and obviously playing your crosstown rival on UCLA.
Well, I mean, if Utah loses, then USC will play in the Pac-12 title game.
Well, what I'm saying, the last regular season game.
Yeah.
And they have a bowl game as well.
Yeah, they'll have a bowl game. Speaking of bowl games, UCLA's got to win both their last games to be bowl eligible. What I found amazing was UCLA is permitted 48 points or more in 40% of their games this season.
Wow.
That is amazing. And for a season this year in the Pac-12, I don't think it's as offensive-minded as it's been in the past for overall in that conference. So their defense isn't very good. USC's got great receivers. Last game of the season for USC. Personally, I lean USC, but I don't think I'm going to get involved here. But yeah, UCLA's got to win them both, and maybe that's what's keeping the line down a little bit, but I'd rather lay it.
That's a good point there, Brian. I mean, Teddy, that percentage of games with that many points going up against USC, who, I mean, maybe not the best offense, but playmaker-wise up there in the Pac-12, points me towards USC. What are you feeling?
That means UCLA's allowed, 48 plus 4 times this year. And no one's claiming that UCLA has a good defense.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to claim that UCLA has a good defense, nor am I going to claim that if USC plays like they did last week against Cal, they can score on every possession against UCLA. I mean, literally, USC, if they play at that level. The problem with the Trojans this year has been a problem of consistency. It hasn't been there week in, week out. We've seen the sharper books move to 14 before the books that cater to recreational bettors on this game. So it's clear that the money that's shown is saying if USC plays like they did last week, USC's A game is going to blow this team out of the water. And they're in revenge. They lost last year, the Trojans did, to the Bruins. And they were, I think 2 touchdown favorites in that ball game. And they lost straight up. So there's certainly plenty of cases you can make for USC here. But I think the better play, what happened last week in Utah for UCLA, I mean, it was a complete breakdown. Mm-hmm. Scores 14-3. Bruins are in the red zone, driving, going to make it 14-10. And then it was a fumble 6, 90 yards the other way. And then all hell broke loose, and it just went south. That can happen in Utah in November when the cold coming out of the bye. They weren't, they couldn't handle that physicality, and they failed. But I think the real UCLA team for this portion of the season is more the team that we saw the previous weeks that actually played better football than they had been playing. And you put all that together, the Bruins are going to play fast. I think their offense is better than what we saw last week. I think USC can score if they execute on every possession. Over makes a lot of sense to me in this one.
Over does make sense as opposed to playing UCLA. UCLA only won game this year if they won the turnover battle. Mm-hmm. You're not going to win too many games if you just can't control that. Then they're playing against a more talented team in USC. And in fact, when you take a look at the recruiting numbers, USC has always got the best recruits by far in this conference, and usually one of the top 5 in the country. Problem is they don't get the coaching at USC that they've had in the past. But yeah, when you're playing a team and you've got lesser talent and you tend to turn the ball over, it's not a team I'm looking to back.
And you're going to play fast, because that's what the Bruins want to do. And the other team's in revenge for an upset loss last year. Yeah, I'm not getting there with the Bruins either.
Yeah.
Over.
Real quick, guys, I think Clay Helton holds on to his job for next year.
Of course not.
He's gone.
Well,
there's a lot of coaches out there that should be gone and they continue to have a job. I can't tell you.
I say, of course not. And then, again, USC is one Utah upset loss away from playing for the Pac-12 title, and then Clay Helton saves his job.
Good stuff, guys. Brian Leonard, follow him on Twitter @BLeonardSports, and Teddy Covers on Twitter @Teddy_Covers. Guys, don't forget to check out our new show, Bet On It, the NFL edition, exclusively on WagerTalk TV.